today for equipment wise, if you've been here before, the same as usual. You want to keep a set of hand weights handy and a mat handy. So we will go down to the mat for a few moves. If you're in carpeted environment, then you probably don't need the mat, but so we will go down to the floor, and as always, I give options for the extra resistance with hand weights. So if you have that, or if you have soup cans, whatever you want, you can grab those. So similar format to what we've done before, nothing too new. We're gonna do a circuit style, so we'll have 3 moves in a set. We'll do each set twice, 40 seconds of work, 20-second recovery. And of course, we'll start with a warm up and end with a cool down. Yeah. So a few safety things. I do give lots of modifications, and there is options for higher impact or lower impact. So if you want to jump some of the moves, you can jump. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So listen to your body. Do what works for you in your body, and do what works for you in your environment, right? So if you got people under you, you might not want to jump or things like that. So also, if you would like, you can have your cameras on. Kind of helps me to give some feedback based on what I see. I do give general feedback, so hopefully that's helpful to you. And you will be muted just to avoid feedback. So if there is an emergency, you can unmute yourself to say something, or you can type something in the chat if you need to. And hydrate whenever necessary. So I do give water breaks, but listen to your body. So these classes are designed, they're designed to be challenging, but doable, so you work to your level. So I do like to give options. So I hope everyone feels like they can achieve their goals today. And as always, I have to say the disclaimer. So these classes are designed specifically for UREC members. So as with all fitness programs and exercise programs, to reduce and avoid injury, you want to check with your doctor before beginning the programs. UREC is not responsible or liable for any injury or harm you sustain as a result of our programs. So that includes like texts and videos and things like that. So that's our little disclaimer. So I hope you have a great class. So it runs about 45 minutes. So I hope you're ready. And I forgot to mention, my name's Danica. So welcome, happy Friday. We will start with a warm up. Hopefully everyone can see. So we'll roll our shoulders up, down and back, getting ready for some work. You can even step side to side if you'd like for a little movement. Breathing in and out. So when you're ready, you can reach your arms up all the way, back and down. So if you like, I'm just tapping my foot back. So if you'd like to add that kind of motion, movement, you can. Tapping your toe back, along with the arms up. So if that's kind of awkward, right now I just want you to focus on the arm movement. So we're gonna do some chest work, back work. So total body today, really want to focus on opening up, getting ready for some work through the back, chest, and legs. Good. So from here, you can start swinging forward if you'd like. So try to get through the full range of motion, reaching as far down, as far up as you can. Again, the leg movement is just an option. This is to wake up the glutes, so sending your toes back. Kind of just like you're tapping, squeezing your glutes and the back of your legs, your hamstrings. So waking those up. If you're a little brain work, you can do one arm front and one arm back. Little brain work on a Friday noon. And then you can switch directions, just paddling it out. Now you can take your arms, just swing them back and forth like you need to. You can look at me. So just opening up through the chest, swinging forward. You can even give yourself a hug if you'd like. Moving quickly. Then tap side to side. Good, and then you place your hands on your hips if you'd like, if you're done with the arm movement. And then you got a little bend in the knees, tapping side to side. Good, it's almost like a squat, stepping to the side, and then bringing the legs together, and then back. Out, together, standing up tall, down. So don't worry about too much necessarily about matching exactly my movements, but we want to be stepping side to side, shifting our weight. If you want to add the arms, you can sweep. It's almost like a step, squat, and sweep kind of idea. Keep your chest lifted. Good. Most of the weight is in your heels. As you reach down, full foot is on the ground before you start to squat and sweep if you're sweeping. So right now we're warming up. If you think of a scale of 1 to 10, we're working at a 5 maybe, or a 4. So that scale goes kind of like this. So like a 1 or 2 would be laying on the couch. So we're not doing that, we're moving. But this is something you could do for a long period of time. Maybe not now, your muscles might be getting fatigued. We'll change up the move. We're gonna send our heels towards our glutes. Good. We'll take our arms, do a little tricep kind of extension here. So breathing through, staying nice and tall. If you feel warm, you're kind of working at that 5, you want to bring it up a notch, and you're ready. And you are plan on doing some jumping today. Then you can add a little hop. Or run it out, move your arms. I guess you can even move your arms like you're running. But we're sending our heels towards our glutes. Good. You can keep the triceps, or you can just swing your arms naturally. Good. Here's an option as well. Excellent. Looking great, warming up the body, getting up, ready for some work. So if you have a mat, we'll go to the end of our mat. We'll do one more warm-up move. So stay at the end of the mat. If you have a mat, we're gonna go up, reach up, reaching down. We're gonna crawl out to a plank. If that's too much, or you need to, you can go from your knees and then just go down into a plank. We're gonna step one foot forward. You're gonna twist, back down, back into the plank. Other foot comes forward to meet your hands. You're gonna twist towards that knee, back down into the plank. So you're just gonna do a few each side. So maybe you get 2 or 3 each side. So if you've done 3, feel free to come out of the plank, okay? Good. Standing up, grabbing some water. Okay, you can do a little march in place. Maybe a little tap side to side as we get ready for our set. So keep the weights handy. Mine. We're gonna head into our first set here. So our first move, I'll demo quick, and then we'll get started. 40 seconds of work, like I said, a 20-second recovery. Okay. So our first move, we're gonna get into a sumo squat. So legs are far apart, so nice and wide. You can have your toes kind of pointing out, maybe at a 45-degree angle. So the corners of the room, so the front corners of your room. We're gonna squat down nice and low. We're gonna add a punch, so the right side. So right arm, as you're up, you're gonna punch up. When you come down, you're gonna punch low. So high, low, looks like this, okay? We will get started in 10 seconds. So sumo squat, nice and wide. Option, you can just do the squat if you don't wanna add the punch. We'll start it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So down and up, add the punch. So right side only. We'll do the left side next time around, okay? or whatever side you're doing. You can switch that. So give me something behind the punches. Punch with purpose. Excellent. Breathing through. So chest stays lifted. Don't worry too much if you're not coordinated. Excellent, excellent. We got less than 10 seconds to go. So down, up, squeeze your glutes to the top. Come on. And recover. Grab your weights. If you're gonna use them, soup cans, whatever you have. And we will demo the next move. So, we're gonna do a single leg deadlift. Or you can do a regular deadlift. So, nice and tall, hinging forward, weights come down. So it's a regular deadlift. Single leg. One leg comes up. Do a deadlift. Now, option. You can do your deadlift once your leg is up. You can add a slide and then come up. We're going to stay on the same leg. So we're going to stand in our left leg. Right leg goes back. So either both legs are on the ground. One leg's coming up. Option, you can add a fly. So you want to be tighten your pelvis. The movement is from the waist. Hinging. So ready and go. Timer started. So you're hinging forward. Your spine is long here. That leg's coming forward. Now, you want to transition move so you're in the single deadlift. You don't have heavy weight. It's boring. You can slide that foot. Maybe keep it on the ground and slide it up. Right? That's an option for you, right? Especially maybe if your balance is off even. Breathe through. Your standing leg might be on fire. That's okay. We got 2, 1. Excellent. Whew. We did it. We got one more move for this set. We're going to go down to the ground. You can keep your weights handy if you have them or you're using them. We're going to get into a plank position. So you can go from your knees or toes. I'm going to go from my knees. These are called man makers. So we've done these before. We're going to do a push-up. Up, you're going to do a row. So if you're on your knees, then you'll just step in. If you're in the plank, you can hop in, come up to a stand, add a bicep curl. Okay? So push up, row, jump, or step in, stand up, a bicep curl, back down. That's the move. If you want to omit the push up, you can, okay? I'm going to start it in 10 seconds. That's looking great. 3, 2, 1. Up in a plank or from your knees. Good. Push up, row. Step it in or hop. Up. Bicep curl. Back down. Okay? Looks great. So you might only get 3, you might not get that many of these in. The complex movement. Lots of things going on. Get your rows, bicep curls, push-ups. Less than 10 seconds. Try to get one more in. 2, 1. Good. And about 50 seconds to grab some water. And then we'll repeat those 3 exercises. Good. Everyone's doing great. Check it out. Good. So same 3 moves, we're going to do the other side. Good. We got 20 more seconds. So if you were with me, you're doing the punches for the sumo squat. I was punching on my right side first. So left side this time. So feet again are wide. Toes, like if you're on your mat, are pointing to the corners of the mat. And 2, 1, squat it down, add that punch. High and low. Sumo squat. Woo! Push it through, right? So let's go. Come on. If you want to omit the punching, You can, right? You can always get harder by going a little faster. And alternatively, if you have like little, I would suggest light weights if you want to add extra resistance, 3 pounds or less probably, for this type of movement, I would suggest, okay? Come on, give me something behind that. Punches, punch with purpose. 1, woo, recover. Okay, good. Heading into those deadlifts shortly, got 10 seconds. So left leg goes up, right leg stationary. Grab your weight. Let's go, time's on, we're on. Add that fly if you would like. Up to stand, squeeze your glutes. You can always hover in between, so never putting that foot on the ground if you want to work on your balance. Make it a little harder. Again, like I said before, you can keep both your feet on the ground. Just hinge forward. So your spine's nice and long here, right? That's the important thing. That foot's going back nice and long. Heels pushing as if you're pushing against something. Come on. Recover. Excellent, excellent work, everyone. Whew. Doing great. Ready for those man makers. We got 5 seconds. So head down to your mat. 2, 1. Push up. Row. Renegade row. Step jumping up, bicep curl. So that's the movement. Again, if you want to omit something, omit the push up, right? So we have push ups planned for later. Let's go. Row. And that row, really squeeze the shoulder blades. Come on. Let's go. Breathing through. Nice. And strong. You got this. Ooh, that's our time. Ooh, 50 seconds. Grab some water. Catch your breath. Everyone's doing great. Hopefully, get some of your facial expressions, but everyone's still standing up. So, whew, good. Perfect. I will demo our next move. So, we're going to be on the mat mostly for this round. So get your mat ready if you need to, or whatever you need. Our first move, we're going to go up into a downward facing dog position, and then we're going to reach. So our opposite arm to the opposite heel, heading that direction. Okay. So downward facing dog reach. You can do a knee from hands and knees, and then tap as well. It's an option. We're going to start in less than 10 seconds. We've got 3, 2, 1. Heading down to the mat. You can go on your hands and knees. Might feel a little awkward. If you have the ability, send those hips up into a downward facing dog and then reach. Okay. Now, if you find this too much on your shoulders, just too awkward for the reach, you could stay in the downward facing dog and just walk your dog, right? In and out. Take a little breather for this move. 3, 2, 1. Recover. Next move, we're in a plank position. Okay. You can go from your toes or your knees. You're in a plank. You're going to step 1 foot forward. This is like our warm up. Twist, back down. Switch sides. Twist, back down. Okay, so timer started. So you head to a plank. Step it forward. Gentle twist, back. Okay, so you can go from your knees. You might find that a little awkward, like there's less movement, but you can go from your knees. Just untuck your toes and have your foot flat on the ground. Okay. Now, if you want, you can add a push-up in between. Excellent. This is working mobility, flexibility, and strength. Woo. Good. Take a recover. We're gonna head into some bird dog. So we're on our hands and knees here. Opposite arm is out and opposite leg. So you're reaching here. So if you need a progression, you can slide that foot, keep the toe on the ground the entire time. Right? Find that too much on your core. If you need a regression, if you need a progression, you can tuck your toes, go into a bear plank. That's kind of what I call this, and then go from there. Woo. So that's advanced. So if you're advanced, get those knees off the ground and hover. Somewhere in the middle, reach those arms. So we're not thinking of reaching high, just out, like lengthen. Take those hips, send them slightly forward, even as you reach and kick. Ooh, that's time. There we go. Those are 3 moves. We made it. Grab some water. Excellent, everyone. You're doing awesome. Awesome. In about 20 seconds, we'll start from the top. 3 moves. Then we're halfway through. So after we're done that, we've only got 2 more sets, and then we'll head into a cool down. So give you an idea of what's to come. Getting down to your mat, we got 5 seconds before we're on. 2, 1. Send those hips up in the air. Reach the opposite hand towards the shins, ankles, toes. Woo. Good. Thumbs up in the air. Woo-hoo. Excellent. We've got this. Again, remember I said you can go onto your hands and knees if you want to. And just tap. Okay. 2, 1. Take your 20-second break. We're gonna head into that plank. Stepping forward with a twist. So option, you can add a push-up. And then also, if you'd like, with a little more core, you can do a knee drive. So the leg that's going up, you can bring the knee in towards your toe. If you want to watch me. And then the second time, you can swing it forward and then do the twist, right? So I'm on my hands and knees. I bring one knee in towards my toe, nose, and send it back out, and then bring it in out to the side and twist. Okay, so that's just an option. Or you can stick with the planks into a low lunge twist. Okay, so you're twisting towards the knee. That is forward. So gentle movements here. Listening to your body. Got 30 seconds. Good. Recover. Whew. Sitting up even. We're gonna head into those bird dogs. Just another safety thing. You want to squeeze your core, pushing it towards your belly button. So we're on. Think of a nice long spine. Your core is engaged here. Okay, so we're reaching long. You can keep your toe on the ground. Or you can lift that foot completely. Or you can head into a bear plank, as I call it. Hovering your knees off the ground. So, lots of options for different levels. But you want to feel it. So push, reach, squeeze that core. There we go. That's our time. Goes by quick. Well, quick for me, maybe it's because I'm talking you through it. We got 3 new moves coming up. So you move number 1. Left leg stationary, right leg's gonna go behind you. You're gonna go onto your toe. We're gonna do a curtsy lunge. Coming in, option, you can add a leg raise, okay? So curtsy lunge, and I'm just gonna move. Curtsy lunge, step it in, or a curtsy lunge, leg raise, okay? We're gonna start it in 10 seconds. If you want, you can hold on to your weights. You can wrap them at your shoulders, hold them at the side of your body, or no weights, right? In 2, 1. So curtsy lunge, your foot's kind of just behind your front leg, and then we're just lunging down. So you get your position and then go straight down. Foot comes in, you can add a leg raise or not, right? Now, if the curtsy lunge is awkward, uncomfortable, or you kind of feel tension in your knee or something, I want you to stick to a regular back lunge. So just going straight back lunge up. Then you can add that leg raise, okay? So it shouldn't be painful. Shouldn't feel it in your knees. Good. That is time. Next move. Grab your weights if you'd like to use them. We're gonna head into a regular squat. Toes are pointed forward, going down. If you have your weights, you can add an overhead press. So squat, up, and press. You can do the press without weights as well. Let's go. Timer started, so we're on. Woo. When you're ready, join me. Weights or no weights. Overhead press or no overhead press. So if you have no weights, you could just hold your hands up over your head the entire time. Woo. Okay. You want that extra resistance. If you want, you can just go into regular squats. So hips are back, chest is forward, core is engaged. Squeeze that belly button to your spine. Breathing through, in and out. We have 3 seconds. Excellent. Woo. Shake it out. Here we go. Last move for the set. So you got weights, hands, whatever you're using, grab them. We're gonna do 3 ski jumps, then a tricep extension. So kind of sitting low, legs don't have to be together, toes don't have to be together, but close together. We don't want a wide stance, narrow. We're gonna hop 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna stop and do a tricep kickback. 1, 2, 3 hops, tricep kickback, okay? So if you don't want to hop, you can just step side to side, but the hops don't have to be big, okay? Whew. So I'm gonna start in 10 seconds. If you really don't want any jumping, you can just do tricep kickbacks. 2, 1, let's go. So 3 ski jumps. Whew. 1 tricep extension. 2, 3. And we're gonna get her right up. Working those small muscles. Woo. Triceps. So we're still long through our spine. Core is still engaged, so pushing that belly button to your spine. Chest is still lifted even though we're hinged forward slightly. And then really think of squeezing those triceps, so the back of the arms. As you send the weights back. Woo, there we go. Those are our 3 moves. Grab some water. Take a breather. Woo, catch your breath. Good, so monitor. I think I forgot to mention this earlier. But during the work phase, you want to be working at a 7 out of 10. So you want to last the 40 seconds, but you want to be challenging yourself, right? So on an effort scale, a 7 out of 10 is ideal for this type of workout. Kind of what we're doing here. If you want to push it up, you can work at an 8. But we don't want you to be working at a 10. That's max effort, almost death. So get ready for that curtsy lunge. Other side, so right leg forward, left leg's back. Lunge it down in a leg raise, okay? Okay. So for the curtsy lunge, Your torso's forward, so we're not twisted through our trunk. So think you have headlights, they're shining forward, like on your hips. That foot's back. Once you land your toe, then you go straight down, straight up. Step it in, lift that leg if you're adding a leg lift, right? If not, just step it forward and then back. 2, 1, good. Grab those weights if you're using them. So a squat with an overhead press. Woo, we're getting the heart rate up today. Heart rate's rising even though most of our moves are low impact. Woo, 2, 1, squat up, rest. Come on, come on. Welcome. Woo, glad you're here. Breathe through, right? That's the most important thing. Mention that. Breathe. Woo. You can exhale as you come up. Yourself a little power as you push. You've got weights. Pushing them up overhead, or your arms up overhead. Squat it down. Full foot's on the floor, right? Most of the weight's in the heels. Chest is lifted. Woo. That was time. Woo. Take the recovery. Head to those ski jumps with a tricep. And 2, 1. Let's go. So ski jump, 2, 3. Tricep. Back. Tricep. Woo. Good. Tricep. Good. Excellent, excellent. Looking great. So just squeeze those triceps. Woo. So if you're not doing the hop, you can just do the tricep kickbacks. Totally up to you. Come on. Push. Got less than 10 seconds. So 2, 1. Woohoo! We only have 1 more set to go. Grab your water. 3 new moves. So just about 6 minutes, and then we're into a cool down and a stretch. So I'll demo our first move. You'll want a little bit of space left to right, so if you have your mat, you can use that as a guide. If you'd like to use some weights, you can place one at one end of your mat and one at the other. It doesn't necessarily have to be your mat if you don't have a mat, just one spot and then one weight at another, okay? So we're gonna do a shuffle step. So 1, 2, you can squat down, grab the weight, bringing it up overhead. Squat it back down. Shuffle, shuffle. Grab the weight, up and down, right? So that's the movement. If you don't need to use the weights, you can just shuffle, shuffle. If you'd like, going in that low, that kind of athletic stance. Chest is lifted, hips are back, core's engaged, right? And you shuffle, shuffle. If you feel comfortable, you can bend down as your chest stays up. Grab the weight with one arm, swing it up overhead, right? So depending on the size of the weight, right? You're pulling it up, you want to keep it close to your body, swing it up. Almost like a cling and press. I think that's the proper term. So feel free to correct me, those weight lifters or power lifters, but that's the idea, especially if it's a heavier weight. But squat up with some power, using that power to bring it up, momentum up overhead, okay? If it's a lighter weight, grab it, core's engaged, right? I don't want you to be flopping around with the weight and hurting yourself, okay? So controlled movements is always the key, I think, for weightlifting. Controlled movements, engaged core, and breathing, right? So up, down, So we'll use a different arm each side. We'll start in 4 seconds. 2, 1, let's go. So shuffle, shuffle. And if you're using the weights, grab it. If you want a little more cardio, a little less weight, you can shuffle, shuffle quick. If you want low impact, you can step it. So sitting in that low leg stance, together, out, together. And then you can bend down, grab the weight up overhead. Step together, step together. Come on, come on. Keep moving, keep breathing. So you're bending down to grab that weight. Your chest should still be lifted. You had a name tag on, I'd be able to see it the entire time. Woo! Good, that's time. That's that quick. Next move, good old jumping jack. So if you're gonna jump full impact, you can do a half jack, or you can do a squat jack if you really want. 2, 1, here we go. Jumping jack, half jack for low impact. I've done a lot of squats, so if you want to add more, you can do a squat jack, or you can even do it low impact, like what I'm doing, just stepping it out, clapping between my legs. I'm going to stick to the half jack. Whew. You do your form of jumping jack, so as long as you're moving, getting the heart rate up, and breathing. Whew. Woo, recover. Good, good. Last move. Here we're gonna do some lunging and punching twists. So we twist to one side, lunge it down, add a punch, right? Back to center. Twist the other way, add a punch. Okay? So twist first, then go straight down, straight up. You can punch as you twist. You can omit the lunge, right? You can just stay up for a little more cardio, kind of twist, and then punch. Come on. So punch with power, punch with purpose. Let's go. Excellent work. If you're lunging, get nice and low in that lunge. Woo! Come on. You've got this. 2, 1. Woo. 50-second breather. We'll run through those 3 moves one last time. Woo. Excellent. Good. So last time for each move. And then after that, we'll start heading into a cool down and a stretch. Ooh, almost there on the home stretch. We're gonna start in 4 seconds, 2, 1 with the shuffle if you remember. So shuffle, shuffle, squat it down, grab that weight if you're using it. And down, come on. Good. Good, you can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. But remember, chest stays lifted. So as you're squatting down, pretend you're a name tag on, you want to be able to see it the entire time. So we're not like bending forward to get that weight. We're squatting down using our legs, lifting that weight up, squeezing as we come up. Weight comes up overhead, right? Controlled movement. Good, that's time. One time. Woo. Excellent. Yeah, 3 seconds. So we're heading to jumping jacks or a half jack. Come on, come on. Heart rate's up. Here, we're bringing it up. We're moving. Reach. Try to get full range of motion with those arms. Woo. Send those legs out. Landing softly if you're jumping. If you're doing the half jack, you're tapping. Want to go quick. You want to breathe. Yeah, and you can smile too. Woo, working out spine. Come on, let's go. Push through. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Take your 20 seconds. Catch your breath. Last move. So we got lunges, so we're twisting. You can head into a lunge, or you can stay more upright if you'd like. And a punch. 2, 1. Let's go. So twist. You're adding that lunge. Get down kind of nice and low. Good. If your lower body's like, done. You can stay more up. Right, have those punches of purpose. Come on. Whew. Either way, no matter what you're doing, you're moving, you're working, right? Should be working hard, right? You want to get through the time. We want to feel accomplished. Feel like we challenged ourselves. Come on. Woo! Last second. Ding, ding, ding. Woo! Excellent, excellent work, everyone. We made it. Yeah, still see everyone. Good. You can grab some water. Walk around. Let's try to avoid kind of bending over. Our heart rate should be up, right? We were working. Good. Our heart rate is up. So we'll take some deep breaths. You can walk around the room. You can tap side to side if you'd like. Good. Just try to avoid kind of putting your head below your heart or bringing your chest down, right, for dizziness, that kind of purpose, right? I don't know about you, but I'm breathing heavy. So, and I don't work out probably as hard. I don't work out nearly as hard as you guys do. So I'm assuming you're breathing heavy. Go, get ready. Woo, we made it. Woo. Time's going by. Yeah. So you can keep tapping. I'm going to open up through the chest. I'm going to reach back. So you can keep moving if you'd like, walking around. I'm just holding my chest here. So I'm reaching my arms back, squeezing my shoulder blades together, standing tall, taking my sternum, kind of pushing it towards the ceiling, kind of think up and out, like forward and up. So you can stand still to do this. If you really want to focus on the stretch, but if you want to, you can just gentle movements with your legs. You can sway side to side. Relaxing the shoulders, kind of trying to bring them out of the ears. You can even tap your shoulders with your hand if you want to. Okay. And hold it like this as well. Stretching the upper body. And then if you want, you can bring one ear towards one of the hands. So right ear to your right hand. And then switch left ear to your left hand. Kind of stretching out the neck, the shoulders opening up through the chest, stretching the back. Whew. Good. Now we'll, for Elise, we'll take one big breath in. So we'll reach down like we're going to pick something up off the ground. Exhale, and you can come up. You can go at your own pace here. If you know what you're doing, come down, grab, like you're grabbing something, and then up and reach. You can even go up onto your toes. You can wiggle your fingers. The important thing here is to breathe. Breathe through, and I want you just kind of going up and down. So stretching the body. Kind of like a little dynamic stretch here, right? Reach, press. Good, excellent. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. We're gonna do two quick stretches here. We'll do 2 little sequences, okay? So if you have time, stick with me. You may have to rush off, but we're gonna do our quads, and then we'll do our hamstrings, okay? So Just send one foot back like you're kicking your glutes. Use the same side arm, reaching for your heels, toes, ankles. So if you have furniture around that you'd like to grab for balance, feel free to do so. Still see me? Knees pointed down, standing up nice and tall. Right, for a deeper stretch, you can push that knee behind the standing knee. So here, if your balance is really off today, grab a wall or something. We're gonna hold here and we're gonna do a few more stretches standing on this leg, okay? Make sure you're feeling that stretch in the front of the leg. When you're ready, so you can hang out here if you want, stretch the front of your leg a little more. If you'd like, you can pull that knee into the chest, so stretching your hip flexors. So standing up nice and tall, you can rotate your ankle one way, then the other. Good. So if that knee is pulled into the chest, and you feel safe to do so, you can take that opposite kind of ankle, placing it on the opposite knee, sitting down into a figure four, okay? So if you have had hip knee replacements or issues, or this just really feels uncomfortable, you can stick to the knee, to the chest, or you can head back into the quad stretch, right? Or sitting back here, stretching the hip flexor. For balance purposes, I tend to look forward, find a stationary thing to look at. I tend to look forward and down, or you can just look straight ahead at a wall to help with my balance. Okay, come on out. We'll do the other side. Same sequence, so kicking that foot back, reaching down from the heel, toe, ankle. Knee is pointed down to the ground. So inhale. Exhale. I want to feel the stretch in the front of the leg, right? So for a deeper stretch, you can push that knee behind the standing knee. Options as well, you can reach that opposite arm up overhead. You'll stand nice and tall. Your supporting leg is soft, so a slight bend in your knee, right? We never want to lock a joint out. Yeah, for our purposes, we don't want to do that. Breathing through. So you can stay here, or you can bring that knee in towards your chest. Rotating your ankle one way or the other. Stretching out the glutes a little. Feel it in my glutes. But hip flexors mostly. Whew, as I fall over. Catch your balance. Then if you like, or you did so on the other side, we'll go into that figure four again. Sitting back. Again, squeezing any muscles that might be wobbly, catching your balance. As always, you can grab onto furniture or a wall. Good. And then come on up. We'll do one more quick stretch if you got the time. I know we're running a little late here. So hands on your legs, we're gonna lean forward. Chest stays lifted. Almost like a halfway lift, I guess, in yoga. But you wanna feel the stretch in the back of the legs. So that's the goal here. So wherever your hands land, they land. Your back spine's long. Gaze is forward. You're breathing in and out. Shoulders are kind of out of the ears and relaxed. We really want to feel this in the back of the legs, right? We worked a lot of lower body today. And feel free to keep holding the stretch. I'm going to come out. Thank you for joining me today. In case you've forgotten, my name is Danica. Have a great day. If you need to, keep stretching. Happy Friday.